In this example, we have a light placed inside of one of our rooms. Now, once that light has already been placed, we have a couple of different options. Obviously, we want to have more lights than just this one inside of this room. So, in order to put multiple lights, we can either do the copy command or we can do the array command. To do copy, all you need to do is select on one of the lights. Move up to the little copy icon up at the top of the screen, select on it. If you want to do more than one copy, put a check mark here in multiple. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Now I'm going to make some copies going over in this direction. To start, I'm going to pick the intersection of where this light hits these lines. Now I'm going to make two copies, one to here, and then another one there. And technically, I could continue this copy process on, so I could just keep going click, click, click at each intersection to drop them in. But another option that I have is to use the array command instead. I just hit escape a couple of times to get out of the command. I'm going to zoom further back in. And now I'm going to do what's considered a window around each of these three fixtures. Move your mouse to right about where my cursor is at, click, hold the mouse button down, and drag a window around those three fixtures until they highlight in blue. Then let go of your mouse. When you've done that, you'll have your three different light fixtures all highlighted. Move up here to the array command. When you pick on array, there's a couple of different options that you have. One is a radial array, but the kind that you want to do is a linear array, which instead of a curve, it'll do a straight line. So make sure that linear is highlighted. Come over here. How many do we want in the array? We want to have a grand total of 3 in this array. There's two options, second or last. And either one of these in this case could actually work. Second means it's going to space them the same distance apart as between the first spot that you click and the second spot that you click. If we did last, it would evenly array them between the first spot that you clicked and then the second spot that you click. So it would space them the exact same distance apart. In this case, though, I always like to use second if I can. I'm going to pick this intersection right here, move down, and then pick this intersection here. And we can see it's now arrayed them down in this direction. How many do we want in the array? I'll point out that if we change this to 2 and then clicked out in the space, it would only do 2. If we clicked back on the 2 again and changed that to 3, it'll now do 3. So we have a fair amount of control over this array, and it allows us to copy more than one simultaneously. So the different ways that you can copy or have multiple light fixtures inside of your design would be to either select on one of these individually and then use the copy command. And in this case, since we select all of these and did an array on it, I'll need to hit the tab key to select on this light. Then when I do, I could select on the copy command and copy it. Or you could use the array command, which is select on as many as you'd like, and then select array and tell it how many rows of lights you'd like to have. One last thing to know is that whenever you use the array command, there's a good chance that they'll all be grouped together. That's the reason why we were able to click on the number 2 or the number 3 and have them all move in unison, is because they were all grouped together like that. It's always best if you decide to do an array to ungroup them whenever you're done. So you know that you have the right amount of rows. So select on those groups, and you can hold down the control key to select on multiple ones, and then come up here to ungroup each one of these. And you can now see as I highlight over it, they're no longer highlighting over all 3 of them at the same time. They're now individual light fixtures again, no longer grouped.